There is an object in this painting that doesn't belong. A wooden cage, battered, half submerged, getting pounded again and again by a sea that clearly does not care that it's there. It's small, easy to miss. Most people who look at this painting never see it at all. Their eyes go straight to the waves the way anyone's would, but once you find it, you can't stop looking at it, because everything else in this picture is nature doing exactly what nature does, and this one thing isn't. This is The Much Resounding Sea, painted in 1884 by Thomas Moran. And it might be the strangest thing he ever made, not because of what's in it, but because of what he chose to leave out. Moran was, by 1884, already one of the most famous landscape painters in America. He'd made his name painting places that seemed almost too vast to be real. The geysers of Yellowstone, the walls of the Grand Canyon, mountains that dwarfed the tiny human figures he tucked into their shadows. His paintings were used, quite literally, to convince the United States government to protect Yellowstone as a national park. That's the scale of ambition Moran usually worked with: grandeur, distance, a human being, standing small, humbled by something enormous and beautiful. This painting has none of that. There are no mountains here, no cliffs, no canyon walls. Just a narrow ribbon of pale, hard-packed sand, curving twice before it disappears beneath the waves, and that's it. That's the entire safe world Moran gives us, a strip of shore small enough that a few people at most could stand on it, and even then, only if they were brave enough to get that close. Beyond it, there is nothing but sea, waves rolling in, breaking white, and, behind them, the water darkening, aquamarine to teal, teal to slate, slate to a green so deep it reads almost as black under the storm clouds gathering above. And yet, off to one side, there's a single shaft of light breaking through the clouds, not enough to calm the water, not enough to promise anything, just enough to prove the sun is still up there, indifferent, doing its own thing, whether the sea agrees or not. Which brings us back to that cage. Art historians have never definitively pinned down what it was for, whether it was some kind of trap, a piece of fishing equipment, or wreckage from something larger that used to serve a purpose on land or on a boat. Moran doesn't explain it. He just leaves it there, taking hit after hit from the waves, clearly built by human hands, clearly no match for what it's up against. That's the whole quiet argument of this painting. Everywhere else Moran ever painted, people got to stand at a safe distance and admire nature's power. Here, he removes the distance. He takes away the mountain, the vantage point, the comfortable place to stand and watch. He puts one small human object directly in the water's path and shows us, without a single word, what happens to the things we build when the sea decides they don't matter. Moran made this 2 years after finishing his major Yellowstone canvases, after years of painting nature as something to be witnessed from a respectful distance, and then, just once, he painted it from the inside. No mountain to retreat to, no safe vantage point, just the water and one broken cage, and the truth that some forces were never meant to be tamed, only endured or lost to. Maybe that's why this painting has quietly outlasted louder, more dramatic seascapes for over a century. It doesn't ask you to admire the ocean from the shore. It puts you in the wreckage and lets you decide for yourself what you would have built and whether it would have survived. If this story moved you, the sea has more to say. Subscribe to Nautical Art TV and let the next wave find you.